Good morning, this is Jack from Charging the Markets, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Wednesday, the 19th of March. My disclaimer, I do this for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. I hope you can take some of what I'm doing, learn from it, transfer it to your own charts. I'm not here to issue trading signals. Right, okay, we've had a breakup and we've had a pullback, which was about 50%. It needs to stay at about that, otherwise we may see a retest of the low, but at the moment the rally scenario is still looking pretty good. Nice looking double bottom here on ES, which has got a target in the 5870 to 5900 area. On NQ, this could possibly be a flag, but we had a nice flag channel, but it's broken up from it, so I'm thinking this is likely a flag as a bottoming pattern, in which case we'd have a target up at about the 2600 area. On RTY, we've got a very nice looking double bottom set up here, and it hasn't broken up yet, but if it breaks up, that would have a target in about the 2180 area, I think, on YM. We've been forming what may well be an inverse head and shoulder, right shoulder, and that would give us our last reversal pattern for the US indices. If we see a break up over the neckline, that would have a target, I think, at about the 4370 area. We will see how it goes. On DAX, DAX has actually retested the high. This is almost retested the high. I'm leaning towards this going higher with equities, but of course it may reverse back down here. This is quite an important day because we need to find some support and go up from here. And at the moment, I'm a little concerned that it might go the other way, just gravity pulling it down, despite the very nice technical setup. On the IHS on ESTX, hasn't made the target yet. I've got that at about 55.50. We shall see. All right, bear with me. Oh, sorry, I was furiously putting charts up. Let's have a look. Hang on. Wait, sorry, I'm not quite as prepared as usual. All right, great. Let's have a look at SPX. Now, SPX, we've got, one other thing. On SPX ADP, one thing I tend to watch is whether it reaches the 100 level, whether it reaches the 25 level. It's almost reached the 25 level, which again makes this a good time for a rally. On the daily chart, wait a second, right. Yeah, on the daily chart, nice move up here, stalling at the 50 on the daily RSI 5. I am wondering about a possible low retest here. I'd prefer not to see one. We've got all the reversal patterns set up already. So really, it should be good to go. We've got an RSI 14 buy signal fixed here on the hourly still. Haven't quite made it to the falling megaphone resistance on SPX, and we've obviously got a nice looking double bottom which is broken up. We saw a little 50 back here. That is not necessarily bearish at all, and of course sets up the pattern on Dire nicely. Looking at the Qs, nice move up, nice little retracement, and we've got a double bottom here which is broken up with a target in the 495 area on Dire. If we did get a retest of the low, I would say that could give us our fourth RSI 5 buy signal, but I'd rather not see that because there is always a possibility if you head down to an inflection point that you don't come back. So nice little retrace here. I'd like to see this go straight up from here. We've got a nice looking IHS formed on Dire now. This is looking pretty good and it's ready to break up. So waiting to see if it's actually going to do that. Looking at IWM. IWM, we've got RSI 5 buy signal fixed, looking nice little pull off the low there. Hourly chart, the RSI 14 buy signal has reached possible near miss target, and on the we've got a weak RSI 14 sell signal brewing on the 15-minute, and we've got a decent looking at the low bottom which is broken up. We could be morphing over to an IHS here too. In which case we've reached the right kind of area here, and ideally this would head up straight from here. All right, looking at DAX, RSI 14 sell signal fixed, RSI 5 sell signal fixed, almost made it to the possible near miss target. We've come back, pretty much retested the high. This could be forming a double top here, of course. On Nikkei, nice little rally here. We're actually through the daily middle band here, which is an amazing recovery. Which is pretty impressive. That is encouraging for seeing a larger move up, which tests the 50 DMA, 200 DMA, both in the same kind of area. Okay, in the very short term, I just want to mention that the overnight on the NQ looks like a little bear flag forming. We could well have the same on ES. We may be about to retest yesterday's lows. So we will see how that goes. Again, could be a little bear flag on YM. Well, we'll see. It's a nice looking inverted head and shoulders. Could be a little bear flag too. I am wondering about a retest of yesterday's lows and seeing if we will find support there. Okay, let's have a look at DX. Now, I've been given DX. We've got a potential little level bottom here. Pretty much perfect now. We've got, I'm wondering about a rally up from here. It needn't be a big rally. This isn't a big pattern. But we've got a nice looking little level top on Euro as well. On ZB, I've been giving some thought. We've got a nice looking bull flag here. We've touched resistance. The flag was right, but obviously I've drawn in the support trend line before it hit here. This is definitely a bull flag. Doesn't mean it has to break up, but chances are it will break up, and normally it would break up and make a move up here. It's the 119.17 area. Now we've got FOMC, and the US is, well, probably everywhere. Really, is the US is likely moving into recession. The Fed is likely to cut interest rates. Now, the last time they did that, I was talking about that, and I said that the problem they've got is they don't actually control interest rates. The perception is they control interest rates, but actually it's the bond markets that control interest rates. So they cut interest rates by 0.5%, and actual interest rates, which is TNX, went up 1%, of which it's come back 0.5% since then. Now, I am wondering whether, well, if we're going into recession, then that's going to reduce demand, and chances are any remaining inflationary pressures, including the ones from tariff, won't matter as much as the fact that we're in a recession. And actually, there's a lot of credibility for the recession thing, and it's not just about Trump and tariffs. We may well have been going into recession before Trump got into power, although I don't think the tariffs are obviously going to make it any better. I'm considering a possibility here. We've got this flag which is broken up. I've been treating this as a bull flag that would head up, but I've been muttering that I don't really have good trend lines on it. I am wondering, there is a possibility we could do this. A, B, C, maybe head down to this support level in the 32 area. If we're going into recession, I don't think inflation's the problem anymore. And we could see TNX go down and test that, and that would make a nice larger bull flag, and flags do sometimes just morph into larger flags. So this was already a very nice flag, and I have to say I don't really like that idea, but I am wondering about it. Be wary. FOMC may well cut interest rates, and we may well see TNX respond, because actually a lot of the inflationary pressures have gone for the moment. Okay, let's have a look at CL. CL, we've got a nice looking double bottom here, which is broken up. This could be seen as morphing into an IHS, but I'm not really seeing it that way. But if we see a hard spike up, maybe I'll draw it that way. It wouldn't change the target a lot if we broke up from that. That would be in about the 71.4 to 72 area. But I think probably more likely this is going to fail. We shall see how that goes. NQ, yeah, and head back to the lows, in which case the retest of the low at 63.57 will again be close. NG, this looks like bottoming action. I'm thinking we're probably going to head higher towards the main target, double bottom target in the 575 to 6.25 area. GC is continuing higher. We've got a 60-minute sell signal fixed, and if we didn't already have one of those, we'd have another 60-minute sell signal fixed. But if this is just trending up, then it's going to ignore those, both those, and go higher. And I've got to say, this is a nice break up on gold, and it's also a nice break up on GDX and GDXJ. SI, we don't have a nice breakup, and we've got quite a nice looking double top setup still, but this may well get dragged with gold. And on copper, copper is, we had a nice looking double top setup here. It's continued higher. I've been talking about a retest of the high, which I think is at 5.19, and I think there's a pretty good chance we're on the way there. If we are going into recession, then that's not going to hold for long, and that could, on the bigger picture, be the second high of a double top. Looking at KC, KC, I'm wondering about A, B, C. Not been doing much in recent days, but the next obvious target would be in about 355 area. SB has gone back up and retested the high. This could just about be the second high of a double top. but I think it's a little oversized. We've still got a weak 60-minute sell signal fixed, and it's still not produced anything. CC, nice looking potential level bottom. We could see a rally here, sustained break up over 87.50. Would look for a target in about the 9800 area. On ZW, still looks like a bear flag forming. On corn, this still looks like a bull flag forming, and it's got a nice resistance trend line here, nice 3 touches there. So I'm leaning towards this being a flag and likely takes us back up into that retest. On soy, this could be a bearish triangle forming. On cotton, we've got a this could be a path formed head and shoulders. I am wondering about reversal here, make a sort of a little rounded top. No current divergence. On lumber, still like to see a retest of this high. We'll see whether we get it, and that could be the second high of a double top when we get there. Live cattle has done a full retest of the high. Could see a reversal here. We do have possible weak 60-minute sell signal brewing. I'm not expecting a full reversal. This shouldn't be the second high of a double top in my view. Looking at lean hogs, we've got potential exceptionally ugly lean hog IHS forming, but I don't think so in all probability. I think we're just kicking around here, working out for direction, either to go back and retest the low or to continue higher. So, and that decision is still being made. All right, great. Let's have a look at questions, of which we have none. So looking at ES here, we've done the bull scenario I was writing about yesterday is still all intact, except we've got a possible IHS brewing now on YM as well. The whole rally scenario is intact. I would like to see that. The question is can the market manage it? On FOMC, I think they will cut rates in all probability in the expectation that recession is likely coming. And it may be that this time TNX will follow them. We will see. Although, to be honest, bond has other issues of debt, which I'm going to be talking about again in the bigger picture webinar tonight. So we shall see. All right, my pleasure as always, guys, and I will catch you guys tomorrow.